Hello and welcome to module 3 of the Institute Your Passion online course. I'm excited to still be here with you, and this is a very important part of this course again, right? So in this module we will be talking about your strategic plan. So you already have an NGO, right? So if you are able to identify the problem that you're solving, right, and identify who has this problem and identify the ways that you want to solve this problem for these people, you have an NGO. All you have to do is just give it a name, right? Name your organization and say, this is the problem we are solving for this group of people. This is what we do, right? So once you have that and you have found a name for your organization, you can decide to use initiative or foundation, depending. For me, I prefer the initiative because I feel like foundation speaks to, like, I don't know, I just prefer the initiative. There's really no difference between them, right? So you pick a name out of either you use an initiative or foundation, but those are the two allowed for NGO in Nigeria, right? So once you give your NGO a name, the next thing you have to do is to develop a strategy for implementing your activities. Okay, it's to develop a strategy for carrying out your activities and for doing a strategy that will inform the things that you do, right? So you need a strategy, and strategic planning is key. So let me start by defining what is strategic planning. Okay, strategic planning is the process by which you define your vision, your mission, your objectives, your strategies, and your action plan, right? I'll go through that again. So strategic planning is the process by which you define your organization's vision, your mission, your objectives, your strategy, and your action plan. Okay, so you do this. There's an acronym for this, which is VMOSA. That is the vision, the mission, the objective, the strategy, and the action plan. Now, VMOSA is an active planning tool that helps you to create an institution out of your passion. It is an active planning tool that helps you turn your passion to positive outcomes for your society, right? So once you're able to use VMOSA to define your passion, you are good to go. So you use VMOSA to say, what is my vision for this organization? What is my mission for this organization? What are my objectives for this organization? What strategies will I use to achieve this? And what are my action plans? Okay, so I'm going to take them one after the other and just run through them. Okay, so your vision is the dream, right? Your vision is where you are going. Your vision is your passion in an implemented form. So for me, my vision will be a world. Our vision already at Thriving Up Initiative is a world without preventable newborn deaths. That is the problem we are solving, the problem of infant mortality. So our vision is a world where there are no newborn deaths. Okay, so what is your vision? Your vision is the picture of the world with that problem that your NGO is solving already solved. Okay, so our vision at Thriving Up Initiative is a world where there are no newborn deaths. That is our vision. So your vision speaks to the picture that you see of the world without that problem. So assuming that your organization has achieved this aim and solved the problem, that's your vision. What you're working towards is where there are no preventable deaths. So what's preventable newborn deaths? So what is your vision? It's where you're headed. Okay, and vision is basically one or more phrases or vision statements. So your vision statements are basically brief proclamations that convey your idea. Okay, brief proclamations that convey your idea. So once you hear a world without preventable newborn deaths, you know that I am working to end newborn deaths, and that will be infant mortality. Okay, so you can tell from my vision statement. So your vision statement conveys the idea of your organization. what you're trying to achieve, the problem that you're trying to solve. And it's usually one or two phrases, okay? So it's just abstract: a world without preventable newborn deaths, okay? There's another organization that their vision is safe neighborhoods. So they're working to end insecurity, and they're just saying safe neighborhoods. Another organization's vision is safe streets. Is the same thing, right? So an organization that is working on education would be an educated world. That could be their vision, okay? So your vision is usually brief proclamations, right? And the picture of the world with the problem that you're trying to solve already solved. The next thing is your mission, right? So your mission is the what and the why, right? That is the what are you going to do to achieve that vision, and how are you going to do that thing, right? So your mission describes what you're going to do to achieve that vision and how you are going to do it. Now, vision statements are like mission statements are like vision statements, but they are more action oriented. So they show what you're going to do to achieve that, and they usually start with the word to. Okay, so if my vision statement is a world without preventable newborn deaths, my mission statement will be to promote the health and well-being of babies by educating expectant mothers and strengthening healthcare in underserved communities. So this is what I am going to do and how I am going to do it to achieve that vision. So you usually see that vision statements starts with to, by. Okay, so to promote my mission as an organization, why we are existing, is to promote the health and well-being of babies by educating expectant and nursing mothers on best practices for infant care and strengthening healthcare in underserved communities. So those are the two major ways we intend to achieve our vision, which is a world without preventable newborn deaths, right? So do you understand now? Your mission is how you intend to achieve your vision, and it's always action oriented. So it starts with to. So how we're going to achieve a world without preventable newborn deaths is to promote the health and well-being of babies by educating mothers and strengthening healthcare in underserved communities. So what is your vision, okay? And what is your mission to achieve that vision? Next thing are your objectives, right? So your objective is how much of your mission you are going to accomplish by when. Okay, your objective is how you are going to achieve that mission, but it also states when you are going to achieve it and how much of it you will achieve, right? So a clear objective lays out how much of what you will achieve and by when you will achieve it. You see, so if you're able to write down your organization's vision and your mission and your objectives, you will find out that it gives you clarity on exactly what your organization is doing. So your objective is, let's say for us, right, our objective will be to increase by 30%, that's the quantity, right, by 30% the number of women who are able to exclusively breastfeed their babies by December 2022. So these are objectives as an organization to ensure that by December 2022, we increase by 30% the number of women who will be able to exclusively breastfeed their babies. Okay, that is an objective. So an objective lays out what you want to do, how the quantity how much of what will be accomplished and by when. What do we want to accomplish? We want to increase the number of women that exclusively breastfeed. How much of that do we want to accomplish? 30%. We want to increase the number by 30%. By when do we want to do that? By December 2022. In which communities? In the north central parts of the country. Okay, so that is how you write down an objective. You say that by December 2022 to increase by 30% the number of women who exclusively breastfeed in north central Nigeria. Okay, so this is how you're going to achieve your mission. That is what you said you were going to do and how you're going to do it. So the objective gives you like a time frame and an amount, a quantity, or the degree to which you would have done that. Okay, so that's your objective. Next thing is to say, okay, what are the strategies that will help you achieve that objective? Okay, so what are the strategies? What am I going to do to increase the number of women who exclusively breastfeed their babies by 2022 in order to achieve my mission, which is to promote the health and well-being of babies? Okay, so that I will achieve that vision of ending preventable newborn deaths. So your strategy is now breaking it down into bits. So what am I going to do? Right, I'm going to go to primary health care centers and educate these mothers in North Central. So I'm going to start going to primary health care centers in the North Central part of Nigeria to educate these women. Do you see that? I'm going to be going and educating them. Another thing I can do is to educate the health workers to give them proper breastfeeding classes during antenatal. So these are the various things I can do. I can directly educate the expectant mothers. I can also educate the health workers on the messages to tell them to increase the possibility of them exclusively breastfeeding. Another thing that I can do is to organize mother-to-mother support groups. So to say, if you're an older woman that exclusively breastfed your baby, you're going to teach this woman and make sure that you follow her up to ensure that she exclusively breastfeeds her own baby. So these are various strategies that I'm going to employ to ensure that my objective of increasing the number of women who exclusively breastfeed is achieved. Okay, another thing I can say is I can provide them with the resources they need. Just write down the various ways, the various things that you can do to achieve that objective. So those are your strategies. Okay, so next thing is your action plan. So your action plan is basically what change will happen, who will do what by when, and how do we make this happen. So what do I need in order to achieve those my strategies? So I said I was going to educate mothers on breastfeeding. I said I was going to train health workers to do that. I said I was going to organize support groups. So what is my action plan? How do I intend to achieve this? Right, so this is what I do in-house with my team. Now we'll say, okay, we're going to look for organizations that are also into promoting infant care and partner with them and say, okay, you people educate these people while we educate this other community. Everything is geared towards that our vision, our mission and objectives. Okay, so what are the action plans? Who do I need to talk to? Do I need to go to the Ministry of Health to ask them to give me a letter that allows me to train the health workers? What is my action plan? Okay, what do I need to do now? I need to identify who are the stakeholders. Do I need to go to these communities to talk to their women leaders or the chiefs of the community to tell them to assemble the women on so day that I'm coming there? You know, what is my action plan? What are the things I need to do in order to help me, you know, do those things? So your finally your action plan just describes in great detail, right, exactly how those strategies will be implemented. So you say the strategies will be implemented to accomplish the objectives. So what are those little things you need to do? Do we need to buy a car for our NGO that will transport volunteers? Do we need to talk to volunteers to come out at so time? Do you understand? So what are the things, what are those details that you now have to do? Those are your strategies. Who do we need to write letters to? Who do we need their help? Who can help us to achieve these objectives and our strategies? Do you get? Do we need to write publish materials that we're going to give to these women so that even after we go, they can continue to read these materials? Okay, what are the things that we need to do? What are those action plans, bits of action plans that we need to do to achieve our objectives and our strategies. So the vision is the painted picture of the world with your problem solved. Your mission is the what and how you're going to do it to achieve that vision. Your objectives are the how and what will be accomplished by when to achieve that mission. Your strategies are the things that you're going to do to achieve that objective, and your action plans are the things that you're going to do to achieve those strategies that will help you achieve the objectives, that will help you achieve your mission, and that will help you achieve the ultimate vision for your organization. So Vimosa is an active tool that you will employ to write out your organization's activities. So you must have a vision, a mission, objectives, strategies, and action plans. That is Vimosa. It is an active tool that helps you in your strategic planning. Strategic planning involves what? Like I said, writing out your the process by which you decide on your organization's vision, mission, objectives, strategies, and action plans. Now, this Vimosa helps you. Once you have them, it's easier for you to plan programs, right? So your programs will be the programs that you implement will now tell you, okay, the programs that your objectives, your mission, your vision, your action plans, your strategies will inform the kind of programs that you are going to be implementing in your organization. Okay, in the next module we will be looking at designing programs, how to design programs that further amplify your organization's mission and vision. I'll see you in the next module. Bye for now.